Is almost same with my partner previously, but I take problem about what lead adolescent confused with their learning identity in Sukma Bangsa Pidie school. Actually, we come from the same school in Sukma Bangsa Pidie. Uh, my partner already told you previously. Uh, my name is Ratna DEWI, and we do research together. Uh, I teach in Sukma Bangsa Pidie since the first years, 2006. So I have 12 experience in Sukma Bangsa. And I have teach in all the school in Sukma Bangsa, Pidie, Birun, and Loksmaui. Okay, my presentation content today is about introduction, research, and okay, let me see what is my background. I take how students build their learning identity. So the problem is we take from what we saw in our students, what make they interest for me is because they have different academic attitude based on their interest. Some students have interest to be a scientist, some students interest to be social or entrepreneur, or some students and some students like have adolescent behavior, like they still want to be truants. They avoid learning and they avoid their responsibility as students, as a learner. And then in adolescence age, they also still find what passion they have. Okay, and after that, the last thing interest for me is because this school in Sukma Bangsa Pidie, why we choose Sukma Bangsa Pidie, because in this school we have dormitory. Now, we have 3 schools, Pidie, Birun, and Loksmawe. In the first years, we have dormitory for 3 schools, but now on we have only Sukma Bangsa Pidie. We have dormitory, boarding school for students. So our problem here is are adolescents aware of their identity as a learner in such a school environment? If so, at which level their awareness about learners' identities? Okay. The theory that we use is about adolescents' development and their identity as learner, and adolescent and their psychosocial development. It's about related to it's about student perception and learner identity and so on. So previously this already explained by my partner. Learner identity of student they will have good learner identity when we have good self perception. It's about self efficacy, concept, and self esteem. And when they have good self perception, self development, and they will have good motivation, and it will build their autonomy as students. This related to the question before. Our research we did our research qualitatively by phenomenographic approach. So what we see here is students' experience as a whole. And we did research. Our focus is for students, but we did observation. We did interview for that as well, for teachers and also for their parents. This lets we see the flow of our data collection. The first, we do classroom observation here. 30 times. It's been 2 times for each students. We take 15 students for our participants, and then we did peer observation. After we observed them in classroom, first time we observe them by secretly, and after that we will give them, we will let them know, we will observe them. And then peer observation also we did secretly, without talk to them. We ask their close friend to observe them in their daily activity. And then we did individual interview, and we asked them to make self-report as well. And then we do triangulation to parents, teachers. Here we also have dormitory teachers, because we have dormitory in this school. And then we did peer feedback, forum group discussion with peer feedback. And then we also see in mid-test result for their academic result. This we can see about our system in our school. We can see their academic report. For next, here we also can see their behavior. We also supervise them in behavioristic in the school. So we analyze the data. After that, after we collect the data, we analyze the data with this flow. We did transcribing, and then reading, we categorize, and also we representing, and we found learner identity in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams. We did this, and the result is, in terms of like this, we found, based on our results, with research we found like this. In terms of willingness to study, we found some students have high level in this, and some students have low level in some of them. So based on this, we can see this. Based on this, we found it based on our observation, and based on our interview from students. We know they have low level in adult attachment. So most of our students have low level in adult attachment. And for conclusion, we can see this in terms learner identity. The student can build good, can have good identity if they have good attachment from adult. This will, in terms of willingness to study, emotional experience, and showing confidence, they can build their self-perception, and they also can have good motivation. When they have good motivation and self-esteem, so they can build their autonomy. And this is related to each other, autonomy and self-development. When they have good autonomy, so they can build their development for themselves. For conclusion, this student in Sukma Bangsa Pidie have high level of self-efficacy and self-development, and average level of self-esteem and autonomy, and close to average level of self-concept and motivation, constructing their identity as learner. The highest accomplishment of experiences is in showing their confidence toward learning attitude, whereas the lowest one is in adult attachment or influence. So like the question and explanation from my partner before previously, adult attachment is very important thing that they cannot find in our school. the student cannot find in our school. Actually, they need more the attachment for that. Okay. This the enforcement with adolescent learning approach may encourage the learner to become less or more autonomous people. Thank you. Any question?
Any question? If no question, I have the question.
You studying data?
Huh?
Are you studying data?
Data. Yeah, yes, I do. I do. I have two questions. May I have a microphone? Okay. So first of all, it's about the. First of all, I would like to give my feedback. To be frank, I was very impressed by your presentation, because your presentation was very in depth. And I think it's one of the characteristics of qualitative research. Okay, so it was very in depth, the research. Okay, on the other hand, that is, since you did employ phenomenology, right? Phenomenology approach, and then what meaning did what meaning did autonomy or autonomous learning mean to the students, or what independent learning mean to them, or or how did they experience autonomous learning?
Here we found that autonomous learner is they have their own autonomy to study. They have to, they have autonomy to decide what they want to study, what they want to do in the future, and also in the question I forgot.
What does it mean to what's the meaning of the autonomous learning to the students?
Yeah, that's I explained before. Autonomous learning for students, they can learn by this. They can learn what they passion, what they want to learn, and they also learn what they also learn and can decide what they will do to next future for themselves.